Hey, everybody. Welcome. Nice to have everyone here for an episode of Record Roundup. We're here with the DJNTV network, and we'd like to say hi to our sponsors and our guests. We're going to, of course, mention DJ Event Planner, who is responsible for sponsoring the ad, and you'll see their graphic rolling through most of the video. So please check them out. Visit their website as well as our other sponsors on the link wherever it happens to fall on your screen. So here today, I'm John from Boston. I'll be your host. And remember, a day without music is just like, I really have no idea. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. So we're doing
That's never happened. Yeah.
We get music in our lives every day, and the purpose of Record Roundup is to talk about artists or bands or groups or songs that may have fallen through the cracks, something that we want to draw some attention to, shine a little light on. So here with us today, we've got DJ Eric. Hello, Massachusetts resident of myself. Hello, DJ Eric. We've got Ken from Parts Unknown, Florida, maybe?
Yep, Florida.
Ken's in Florida. Ken's hanging in Florida. Got K-Dog in Ohio. And we've got DJ Damon from Dearborn. Nice to have everyone here.
What's up?
So we're going to pick an artist, and we're going to have a little chit-chat. Eric, would you like to lead us in?
Well, we're not going to pick, like, we're not all going to go off with my artist, right? We'll all get different ones.
I got something pulled aside that we can talk about.
All right. I'm going to go with the song that was originally released in 1976.
Okay.
It only went as far as 97 on the Billboard Hot 100. And then was re-released in 1982. Then it hit number one. Uh-huh. And it's a female with one name, not Madonna, not Cher. Her name was Charlene. And the song I'm talking about was on Motown Records, and I believe when it was re-released, it was still Motown. I've Never Been to Me. That was the name of the song, you know? I don't know how many are familiar with that song. It was a ballad. It was, and I don't know why it got re-released in 82. Maybe a movie, maybe a soundtrack, but it hit number one in 82.
I remember it. I remember it when it hit number one, but I didn't remember hearing it the first time around. It really had no.
You know what, John? I don't remember it originally either, back in 77, 76. Mm-hmm. But it only went to 97 on the Hot 100, so that's going to tell you something. It just.
Sure. I think through the 80s, Eric, too, more people were paying attention to Casey Kasem. More people were listening to the weekly countdown, the American Top 40, and I was an avid listener. I would listen to it every week it was on. I would actually handwrite the songs from 40 all the way to the number one, and I'd keep a notebook of all the songs every week. And you saw it come in, and you saw it rise, and you saw it move up and move up and move up. It's DJ's not really a big dance song, but it is kind of a cute little song that she did. But I can't think of anything else that she charted with other than.
No, that was it. That was like one and done. But took her 2 tries from 77 to 82 to get it right, basically. And you're right. Maybe Casey Kasem helped her move it up them charts, because he always had a story about every song, Well,
her song, there was a story, too. It was kind of an introspective lyric where it's, I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. It's like you're so busy doing all this other stuff, you never really focus on what's important, building a better you. And so it was like the first record I could think of that had that kind of inner reflection about it, that you're really looking for, lyrically. She did all this stuff. I've done all these things, but I've never really taken care of myself. And that was kind of what, the 70s, early 80s was. It was a little bit of the women empowerment thing. But that's a great pick. You get more on it or what?
No, I'll leave it at that. But go to your next genius in this room. Yeah.
Great. That was a great song. That was a great song from back today. So give that a listen. Charlene, right?
Charlene. Yeah, I've never been to me.
Yeah. We got Ken next here. So, Ken, what do you got for us for an artist, a song, or genre? What do you think?
Probably Journey. Faithfully and Don't Stop Believing.
Okay. Faithfully and Don't Stop Believing. Some from the later Journey. Journey is a band from the 70s, pre-Steve Perry. Yeah. It was pretty popular too. You had songs Wheel in the Sky and
Wheels in the Sky and Open Arms.
Love, Open Arms. When the Lights Go Out in the City, I just played that on my Twitch set this weekend, and it's just so many great picks to pick from Journey. And to my understanding, that Steve Perry's coming back out. He just had a birthday, and he may be coming out on the road. I think he's 80.
Yeah,
maybe 70. Maybe 70. So he's coming back out on the road. I don't know if Arnell's going to keep singing with the new version of Journey, but definitely a lot of great classics in the Journey catalog. Feeling That Way, Anytime You Want Me. Yeah, good pick for a band. I like.
So Steve Perry's coming back out. Yeah,
he's coming back out.
He's 76.
76.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, he had a throat issue, right? Like, isn't that what kind of put him out of commission? Like
He did for a while.
surgery. Yeah.
I mean, he wanted to be home. He wasn't really all about the touring that had came with, the fame and fortune. It's, if you listen to the lyrics of Faithfully, it's all about longing for home while you're, trapped in a tour bus driving the back roads of the country. So,
No, but I believe he has some kind of throat surgery, like when he gave it up.
Yeah, if he
when
would
he got
have
out.
continued, wouldn't he have lost his voice or something? Or
Yeah, right. Something like that. Yeah.
sort of like
yeah.
Huey Lewis, right? Where he just didn't have it in him anymore.
Yeah.
he was having hearing issues. He was having a hard time being able
What?
to hear on stage. Exactly.
What?
So you need your hearing if you want to be effective on stage as a singer. But Journey from Ken, that's a great pick. We like them too. K-Dog,
Thank
what
you,
do you
Ken.
have for us? Thank you, Ken. Yes.
I'm going with a song. I'll give you a little backstory. It's an older song. Clear back in 1969, it was number one in the Billboard 100 here in the U.S. and also over in England. It was two guys that produced it. They were from the great state of Nebraska. Ooh, wonder who it is.
Plot thickens. Okay.
Plot thickens. Yes, they were, the hotbed capital of music production.
Said no one ever.
The song was produced in a, let me look it up again, in a pasture. Where is it at? In a pasture in Odessa, Texas, in a studio.
Well, this was a studio. Wasn't a barn wedding.
Well, yeah, maybe that was it. And the song is, like I said, it made it to number one. The song is by Zager and Evans. It is called A One-Hit Wonder in the year 2525.
Oh, and I'm waiting for that year to hit.
Yeah, just 500 more years, Eric. Just hang in there.
I know. I thought it was a perfect song because now we're in 2025. So I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So I picked that song. I've always enjoyed that song. The song, where was it? I read it. Oh, yeah, here it is. The song is supposed to be about the journey of mankind over a 10,000-year span. It predicts that man's thoughts, relationships, and body will be negatively impacted by technological advances and ends with man's extinction. Ooh, very deep, very deep.
Yeah, that heavy topics from the psychedelic era. 69, you said that came out?
Yes, 69, and that's the year it was a top song in Billboard Hot 100 and the UK.
Interesting. Yeah.
For sure. That psychedelic era produced a lot of interesting music as well. It's the Arthur Brown, I am the god of hellfire and I bring you fire, and the incense and peppermints and all that very avant-garde hippie things that were happening. But the future thing to 25, they could have actually just written it about 2025, but maybe now we've got technology, we've got phones and drones and all these things that they foresaw.
You had to bring the drones up, right?
Yeah, I had to give you a little nod there, Eric.
All right, thank you.
I didn't notice your tinfoil hat while I was sitting here. All good. Thank you, K-Dog. I don't know much else about the group. I can't think of another song from them. That's
one and
done. Yeah.
There was a few songs, but they never got that high. I think the next one up was a number 48 Canadian called Mr. Turnkey. And that was the only other thing that got any.
Can you hum a little of that one?
I don't have that one either.
Give us a few bars.
Yeah.
No.
Turnkey. No, I don't remember that one at all. But we'll have to look that up after the show. Now we get some extracurricular. Yeah, maybe it had to be someone that's been around a little bit longer than us. But thank you, Kevin. That's a good pick. That's a really obscure one too. So go listen to that.
Yes.
Ziegler and who?
Zager and Evans.
And Evans in the year 2525. Check it out.
Yep.
Thank you, DJ Damon. What would you like to give us?
I've been waiting for this. He's got his glasses on, and he's got something good. Go ahead, Damon.
Okay, well, I don't know if I could top K Dog's song there. But I'm
out there.
I'm definitely gonna do my best. So I'm gonna take you back to the year of 1987. Okay.
Nice year.
Yeah, it was a good year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had this thing bubbling on the on the West Coast. This whole gangster rap stuff was just starting to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Ice-T was dropping some so-called gangster rap. And then you had this little group called NWA. Okay. And they came up with they took the world by storm when they dropped their first album. But before this whole gangster rap thing was coming along, there was a member in a group called Arabian Prince, and he was gangster, but he was doing this electro thing also. So all these gangsters was doing electro music before they became hardcore and started talking about guns and stuff. But on the NWA album, okay, they dropped a song called Panic Zone, and it's nothing like the rest of the album. It's not like Dope Man. It's not like 8-Ball. It's 128 BPMs, and it's a dance track.
Okay.
So like I said, Arabian Prince. He also was the main producer for the song by JJ Fad, Supersonic.
A very different sound than what was coming out of the streets of Compton. Yeah,
exactly. And he did a solo project under the name Professor X, which is another electro song. So like I said, he was doing all this high energy dance music. If you're familiar with the whole electro funk scene and all that stuff, you'll probably heard the songs and stuff like that. But like I said before, they were doing all this hardcore gangster, toting guns, talking about selling drugs, blah blah blah. They were doing electro dance,
tearing it up in the club. Yeah, throwing up some 128 BPM stuff that you could actually mix and dance to. Yeah.
Yep. There was a bunch of break dancers around. These guys were all break dancers.
That's funny. Yeah. Did you play that on when you did the Twitch set? Because I think I heard, maybe we played it in here. Or I
played it before, but not recently. So
give him a follow, DJ Damon 20011 on Twitch.
Yes.
Please.
But if you're not familiar with the song, it's from NWA. It's called Panic Zone. So.
I remember there was some kind of dancey thing you're playing. I heard Eazy-E on it. I'm like, that doesn't sound like what.
Actually, I did play it on my Twitch set once before. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, this.
It was actually the first track on that album, by the way.
Was it?
Panic Zone.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Yep.
I had the album. I never had the CD, so I couldn't remember if it was the first track or not.
Okay.
So actually, on the album, they put 2 dance tracks on there. They put Panic Zone. And then they did another one called Something to Dance To. And that one was produced by Dr. Dre, but the first one was Arabian Prince.
You see, buy that record with the sticker on it that says you shouldn't have it, and you play that first song for your parents, and they're like, see? And then they go away, then you can get to the rest of what the record's about. So you just do the fake out, and you get them with the okey doke. And they
exactly.
That's what the rest of the
And
record
unfortunately, we can't tell you what NWA stands for here today.
We're not even going to get into that.
No, right. I'm just saying.
Right.
Like back then, it was okay to do that. Today, you can't.
Yeah, today it's
it wasn't really okay back then either. But they wanted to.
Well,
they were breaking. They were on the cuffs of.
Yeah.
No, all press isn't bad press. Just
exactly.
That group was awesome. By the way,
yeah.
I'm glad you brought them up, Damon. NWA, they were, and they had a few hits.
They had a lot of hits.
Yeah.
So when you had played that one, I almost thought for a minute you had stemmed out Eazy-E's vocal from another song and dropped it over a dance track. I'm like, I don't remember hearing this. I didn't think he rolled that way. I know he rolled lots of ways, but I didn't think he rolled that way.
He rolled that way. So
Excellent. So Professor X was
Arabian Prince.
One project, Arabian Prince, if we can find anything else.
Yeah. Oh, I can pull his stuff up after the show all day long.
I know you could. Yeah.
And we'll check out track one after the show just so we can hear it in full.
Panic Zone.
Panic Zone. Excellent.
I do believe it's track one, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's on that album.
I know I have the album. I thought it was the first track on the album, but we'll see. We'll look it up later. But
no, for sure.
Great.
Okay. All right. Well, let's toss it over to the man himself, Mr. John
I guess that leaves it to me. I have to come in here with the Detroit breakdown.
Uh-oh.
So I decided to pull a couple.
Giles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big fans of Motown. Started 1969. So we've got Sanctuary here. Of course, we also got Freeze Frame.
Oh, Freeze Frame. That's my shit.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all about Flamethrower.
Flamethrower was the bump and jam on this one. Actually,
and Centerpole too, right?
Right. Here's my BPM stickers, right? So I'll get 115 Centerfold, 124 F. You know what F stands for? Flamethrower.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought Flamethrower was a little faster than that. No. 124.
It was like 124.
Okay. Yeah. I checked it with I used to have a little grocery add up thing with a little click. You do it for 15 seconds times 4, and you write it in your little notebook. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I used to do 30 by 2, but anyway, we had our own system. But yeah,
it's the same thing to figure out. So emerged in the late 60s. Peter Wolf, Seth Justman, the band started heavily leaning on Motown, and it was, we talked Northern Soul, which are, white artists assuming R&B roles. These guys really, really dug the sound of Motown, and they wanted to bring that to the masses. So from the early stuff that they were doing, it sounds very much like old J. Gals would be, if you've ever seen the Blues Brothers as a movie, with the whole reference of Chicago and kind of that old-timey Motown choruses. I just did a big thing on Motown on my channel, DJ John C83, just in case you're looking for me over there on the Twitch land. But these, from Sanctuary on, the direction of the band got more into pop, and they got radio smart, but they still kept the Motown vibe. So they had Detroit Breakdown, Must Have Got Lost. They covered like I Do, a lot of Motown staples. But between Sanctuary, I couldn't find my copy of Love Stinks, or I would have had that out here too. Songs like Sanctuary, Come Back, One Last Kiss, Love Stinks, of course. And then you get into the Freeze Frame era. Now, the Freeze Frame is interesting because this was a #1 record, and it had 2 #1 singles, but it changed the direction of the band. So Peter Wolf and Seth Justman was his singer and main guitar player. So as the group was getting popularity, Peter Wolf became a DJ in Boston. He was the first overnight DJ on the air in the Boston market on WBCN. So he had a connection to push the band, and he could play some of their songs and get the airplay. So obviously you're going to try to help yourself out and play some of your music.
No, we would never do nothing like that.
No, we wouldn't get on college radio and play our own demos. We would never do that. No. So the band, when Freeze Frame came out, saw the dollar signs, but Peter saw, authenticity, that he wanted to keep it to the Detroit sound. The band wanted to shift gears and write another pop record and make that big bank. And that's what eventually led to the breakup of the group. Peter went off, had a solo career. He had 2 singles that did fairly well in 84, 85. Come As You Are was pretty popular. And Lights Out. Flash, 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 Lights Out. But to give the J. Gals band a listen, and just to put a bow on the whole thing. So Peter Wolf's love of Motown, actually, when it came to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions, he actually chose to induct Jackie Wilson. So he was the one who presented the award to Jackie Wilson for Lifetime Achievement and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Little nod to Detroit there. So that just...
Well, one of my favorite J. Giles Motown was Where Did Our Love Go? They did a great job on that song. And I still rotate that here and there at gigs because people know the song and they're like, who is this? They're thinking it's just, obviously it was, Supremes that did that originally. And then when J. Giles redid it, it was just such a nice feel to it. And it had that Motown sound, but with the new sound, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was great. Yeah. Maybe we could play that later after the show. But yeah.
Jay Gals definitely has the love of Motown, and I thought they just needed to be talked about. We talked about the Freeze Frame album before as an album, like one of those records you have to hear in your lifetime. But the band as a whole, I mean, the older stuff was a little bit more raw, a little more dirty. But the production got better, and obviously they went right up to the point, and they figured out, and they tuned it in to start writing #1 singles. Freeze Frame, of course, did well off that record. Centerfold, everyone still plays.
Oh, Jeopardy. Wasn't Jeopardy one of them?
Jeopardy's
that's
great
Greg
band.
Keehan. Greg Keehan band. Yeah.
Same time zone. It's just
yeah.
So that's the nut. So a little love from Boston. Jay Gals band being from Boston, we'll send that Detroit's way. So. Does anyone have anything else, or does Eric have the proverbial fork for us here tonight?
Well, you know what? I got the fork right here. Fork. Let's fork it. Yeah,
we do have the fork. So thank you to Matthew. Matthew contributed that he did graduate in '87 when somebody's record we were talking about.
That was mine.
Hello to Matt, and thanks to everyone for watching. And we appreciate your feedback. Leave some notes in the comments if there's artists you want us to check out or songs to listen to. Sadly on YouTube we can't actually play the songs here just because of copyright. But these are videos that you can come back to just for inspiration and ideas, and these will be rolling on the YouTube film reels until our great-great-grandchildren are still watching us do this stuff. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to everyone for being